Hello students, I welcome you to my English class. You see, what is this? Yes, you know this? It is the picture of Konark temple. Yes. Previously you have studied about a story that is a folk tale of a wise old man. So today we will study a similar story, that is tips from wise old woman. You see this picture. Who is there? Yes, an old woman is here, and here is somebody sitting and eating something. Perhaps this old woman is serving food. Yes, exactly. This man sitting here is Viii Samantrai, and this is an illiterate old woman serving some food. Why? Yes, one day, you know, Viii Samantrai was in charge of building the Konark temple. One day, in the dark evening, when he was returning from the temple site, he got terribly hungry. He felt terribly hungry. He came to a hut where this old woman was there. He asked for some food, and this old woman served food. Perhaps Viii Samantrai got some tips from this illiterate old woman to lay the foundation of the Konark temple. Yes, this is a story. Come, let's read this story today. Yes, tips from the wise old woman. Come, you silently read with me. The Konark temple is the glory of Odisha. It is also the glory of India. Many legends are associated with it. Two most important being about Dharma and Viii Samantrai. While one of them relates to the starting of the temple, the other with its ending. Everyone knows about the story of Dharma, but a few know about the story of Viii Samantrai, and very little is known about the old woman whose tips for Viii Samantrai laid the foundation of the temple. Next, Viii, according to the legend that goes around, was the minister of the king Langula Narsingha Dev of Odisha. He was in charge of laying the foundation of the Konark temple at Chandrabhaga seashore. Whatever stones were dumped on the sea were washed away by the wild current of the sea. He was in deep trouble. In the troubled state of mind, he was coming back from the goddess Mangala of Kakarpur after offering his prayer to the goddess. It was night. He felt terribly hungry, but there was hardly any habitation nearby. From a distance, he saw a flickering light coming out from a small hut. He tied his horse to a tree by the roadside and went to the hut with the hope of getting some food. Yes. Come, let's discuss the meanings of some words. First is glory. What is glory? Fame or great beauty. Next, legend. An old story that may or may not be true. Next, associated. Associated means linked or related. Next, dump. To throw away something quickly. Next, habitation. Habitation means living place, a small village like this. Next, flickering. Flickering means a light that shines unsteadily. That is flickering light. Come, now let's understand this part of the story. The Konark temple is the glory of Odisha. You know, Konark temple is the fame of Odisha. It is also the glory of India. It is also well known in India also. Not in Odisha, but also it is famous in India and outside India also. Many legends are associated with it. So many little stories are associated with it. Yes, two most important beings about Dharma and Viii Samantrai. Two legends are associated, very popular stories associated with this, that is the story of Dharma Maharana and Sibei Samantaraya. While one of them relates to the starting of the temple and next is the other with its ending. One is linked with the starting of the temple and second is linked with the ending of the temple. Everyone knows about the story of Dharma. Yes, you know the story of Dharma Maharana? Yes. But a few know about the story of Sibei Samantaraya. Yes. What is the story about Sibei Samantaraya is not well known to all. And very little is known about the old woman. Yes, who is the old woman? Yes, whose tips for Sibei Samantaraya laid the foundation of the temple. How it is? Yes. Next, Sibei, according to the legend that goes around, was the minister of the king Langula Narsingh Dev of Odisha. According to the legend, what legend says? Legend says that Sibei Samantaraya was the minister of king Langula Narsingh Dev of Odisha. He was in charge of laying the foundation of Konark temple at Chandrabhaga seashore. The temple was being built in the seashore of Chandrabhaga. He was in charge of laying the foundation. He was in charge of building the Konark temple. Whatever stones were dumped on the sea, whatever stones dumped into the sea, you see here, were washed away by the wild current of the sea. You see, the stones they threw, the stones the carpenters threw into the sea, they were washed away by the wild sea current. He was in deep trouble. He was in deep trouble. What to do? In the troubled state of mind, he was coming back from the goddess Mahamangala of Kakutpur. He was returning from the goddess Mahamangala of Kakutpur after offering his prayer to the goddess. After offering prayer to goddess Mangala at Kakutpur, it was night. It was dark. He felt terribly hungry. But there was hardly any habitation nearby. Means there was no habitation nearby, no village nearby. How he would get food? Yes. From a distance, he saw a flickering light coming out from a small hut. From a distance, he saw flickering light was coming from a small hut. So he got some hope in mind. Yes, he tied his horse to a tree. By the roadside and went to the hut. He tied his horse to a tree by the roadside and entered into the hut with the hope of getting some food. Yes, in the hope of getting some food, he entered into the hut. Yes, now we will answer these questions. Come, let's answer them. What is para 1 about? You see, this is para 1. What is this about? About the legends of Konark temple. Para 1 is about Yes, para 1 is about the legends related to Konark temple. Next, why is Konark temple the glory of both Odisha and India? Why it is famous? Yes, it is famous for its stone art. It is famous for its stone art. We can say for its sculpture. Next, number 3. What is the meaning of legends? Yes, legends means the stories. Legend means the old stories. What are the 2 legends? Yes, two legends are first about Sibi Samantrai and second about Dharma. Next, which one of them relates to the starting of the Konark temple? Yes, which one? Yes, the legend about Sibi Samantrai is about the starting of the Konark temple. The legend about Viii Samantrai is related to the starting of the Konark temple. Next, which one is more popular? Yes, the story about Dharma is more popular. You see here, everyone knows about the story of Dharma, means it is popular. Next, about whom is it little known? Yes, about Sibi Samantrai. If you know, you see here, if you know about story of Sibi Samantrai, the story of Sibi Samantrai is little known. Yes, next, what was the name of the king? Yes, you tell me. Who was the king? Who built Konark temple? Yes, Langula Narsingadev. The king was Langula Narsingadev who built Konark temple. Okay. Who was Sibi? Next question. Who was Sibi? Yes, Sibi Samantrai was his minister. Sibi Samantrai was the minister of Langula Narsingadev. Next, why was Sibi in a troubled state of mind? Why? Because he could not lay the foundation. Why? Because the whatever stones they dumped onto the sea were washed away by the wild current of the sea. Okay, so he was in deep troubled state of mind. Next, where was he coming from? He was coming from the goddess Mangala of Kakatpur. You see. he was coming back from goddess Mangala of Kakatpur. After offering his prayer. Okay. Next question. Why did he go to the old woman's hut? Why did he go? Yes, in the hope of getting some food, because he was terribly hungry. In the hope of getting some food. As he was terribly hungry. Next, where did he tie his horse? Where did he tie? Yes, you see, he tied his horse to a tree nearby the roadside. He tied his horse to a tree. He tied his horse to a tree by the roadside. So what we have learned today? We have learned something about the legend related to the laying foundation of the Konark temple. So this much is for today. Bye bye.